So if you're in the final weeks of pregnancy and you start noticing that your breathing has become a little bit easier, then your baby might have dropped into the pelvis. Your baby might have dropped. Now, this increased ability to breathe, it's one sign that your baby might have dropped. Your baby has engaged in the pelvis, but there are some other signs. But first, if we haven't met yet, my name is Alice Turner. I am a birth doula. I'm a Lamaze certified childbirth educator, and I'm here to help you feel confident before contractions start. If you're in that stage where you're wondering if your baby has dropped and you say yes to several items on the list that we're going to go through, then I think it's pretty likely that your baby's head has engaged down into your pelvis. Now, the next sign that many people experience when the baby's head drops down is an increase in pelvic pressure. So as the baby's head lowers down on the pelvic, this pressure just sometimes increases, that lower abdominal pressure. And the pressure actually can lead to another sign that some people experience, and that's an increase in back pain. So the weight of your baby in a different place could start hurting your back, or if you're experiencing back pain already, it might intensify as the baby settles down into your pelvis. Now, the settling down into your pelvis also means baby's head is closer to your bladder, which means that yes, there is a chance when baby drops that you have to urinate with an increased frequency. So you're probably in the bathroom a lot now, but you might find that if you think your baby drops, you're in the bathroom even more. Now that we're in the bathroom, it's a good time to mention another sign, and that is the increase in discharge. So we might see more of our mucus plug coming out, mucousy, watery discharge. We might even see bloody show because of the baby's head, again, down closer to your cervix. That pressure could cause that to happen. So that could be a sign. Another sign that pressure can sometimes affect the veins around our anus, causing hemorrhoids. Yes, all the fun stuff when we're pregnant. Hemorrhoids could appear as we see our baby's head engaged. That different pressure lower, can cause that. I know, some of these are just seriously no fun at all. But one that's kind of fun is that when the baby's head drops into your pelvis, that can sort of expand the area of your stomach. And if you found that you weren't having the ability to eat meals, if you were having to eat like tiny meal here and a tiny meal there, as your baby moves away from your stomach, you might find that your appetite increases, that you have actually the ability to eat more of a meal before you're feeling full or feeling nauseous, and that kind of thing. So there are some benefits. Another interesting thing that can be a sign, I call it interesting because it's actually on the outside, and that is when the shape of your belly changes. So instead of your belly looking kind of high up close to your bra line, your belly can shift, and as your baby drops, and your belly looks like it drops. So this is the one I love that people like in a grocery store would stop pregnant women and say like, oh, it looks like your baby dropped, you're carrying really low. And of course, you're like 30 weeks pregnant and your baby hasn't dropped. And I love that. It's like, okay, thank you, stranger. But people that do know you, your partner, yourself, look at yourself in the mirror, you can see often a change in the shape of your belly. The other thing is that you can, like a lot of people notice the top of their belly might sort of sit right at their bra line, and then they notice that it's a couple inches lower when the baby drops. So that's definitely a sign that the baby might be engaged in your pelvis. before we get to that last sign that the baby has dropped, let me know in the comments if you have experienced any of these that you think your baby has dropped, or maybe with another pregnancy you experience these. I would love to hear your experience. So finally, you might experience shooting pains in your pelvis or right at your cervix, which a lot of people call lightning crotch, because that's kind of what it feels like. So I have linked a video up here I have linked a great video about lightning crotch here if you want to look more into that. And then I also included a playlist to my must watch before birth videos. I think that you would really like to check that out. Now, if you are looking to be super prepared for labor, know how labor works, and have a full set of coping techniques and strategies for labor, I'd love for you to check out the Birth Toolbox online class, and I put a link down below.